All right, so next we're going to be going over our shift row organization tools and how to change those rows accordingly, how to organize it into the fashion or manner that you would like. How we organize is by our locations. So in this demo department, our locations are separated into north, east, and south. North is yellow, east is green, and south is pink. Your facility might have different locations. You might have specific names for it. You might call them halls or wings or different locations. Whatever it is, that has already been inputted into your facility so that when you go to organize, if you need to, those locations are there. Okay, so in a practice before, in a video before this, we changed Daisy's row out with Pete's. This is important to note. Typically, you should not be using this organizational tool much or often because you have your placeholders here already. You have your full-time employees or your patterned employees up top, and you have the patterns that you desire in your facility currently. If Pete was to change, as did Daisy, we made them inactive or we made them unassigned, right? If they're changing locations in the building, we would mark them as unassigned. If they're actually leaving the facility and we mark them as inactive, an unassigned is going to come up in place of their name. That's what happened with Daisy. And we said that hypothetically, a week later, we found Pete to replace Daisy. So we just replaced Pete with that unassigned schedule. So it's just like a revolving door. Daisy left, we had that unassigned placeholder, and then we had Pete change with that unassigned to fill in that gap in our schedule. So you can see you shouldn't be needing to reorganize or change things around often if you're just having placeholders and then new employees come in and fill those placeholders for you. However, what we do need to do, since we replaced Pete with Daisy, is change this row to reflect that it's Pete's row now. So I'm going to go in and go over some of this shift row organization for you. Right here we've got the row label, which says the default employee. That's why it's at Daisy right now, because the default employee was Daisy. If we change that default employee to Pete, now the row label is going to say Pete over here. We have the row ranking as 1 because it's up top in our north wing to separate it from our other wings, and the row color is yellow. We have the shift name north wing, and then the default shift assignment is the CNA North 1, meaning the first shift in the CNA North wing. We can go down and close this, and now we'll see Pete's name replace Daisy's name where it was. Okay, next thing we're going to do is pull Pluto up to have a place with Pete. So let's say that you've had Pete here or Daisy here before and now Pete here, and you've had different employees, but now your census is increasing on this north wing, or the acuity is raising and you need another employee to cover the north wing with Pete. So you've hired on this new employee, Pluto, you added a row and you've got him down here in the blank section. Again, this shouldn't happen often because you've got placeholders up top and you're just constantly replacing them. But if for whatever reason you've hired a new employee and you need to add them up to the top, we'll go through the same process. We'll click on this row label right here. Right now the row label is saying that it should show the shift name, and that's why it's showing the practice row. But we're going to change it to default employee 2, and that way it'll show the default employee. In that case, we want to change the default employee to X Pluto or Pluto X practice. And then we want to go up here and look at the ranking and the color and the other details about this shift. So the ranking, you might guess, will be 1. The reason why it's 1 is because Pete is 1. We want him to be up in the north wing with Pete. We don't want him to be down with Mickey or Minnie or off on his own. So we want to rank him with the group or the location that he's associated with. And that'll be ranking 1 for the north wing. We want to do the same thing with the color. We want the color to match Pete's. That way they could associate with the same color, with the same ranking, and with the same shift assignment or shift name. This shift name will be north wing. And what that will do is when you hover over the row label, it'll just come up with what the shift name is as well. If you're ever wondering or get confused what yellow might be, you can hover over the row label and see that it's north wing. We want to change the default shift assignment. What the default shift assignment is it gives that row, whatever employee might be assigned to that row, that shift assignment. You could go in and change the shift assignment by day, which we'll go and talk about in another video. But this allows it to stay the same for the whole row continually until that's changed day by day. So Pete already has the shift assignment of CNA North 1. Now let's say that we want to give Pluto CNA North 2, or the second shift within CNA North. We've got all of this organizational stuff done up top. Now we can go down and close the row, and we'll see that Pluto's row will turn yellow. You can see that Pluto X practice is right here. And once I refresh it, he will be brought up with Pete up at the top. Again, it's separated into North Wing, East Wing, South Wing. Your facility will be similarly organized. All the best. Good luck with organizing your shift rows. They should be organized already as soon as you get on into your facility. But if there's ever a new employee that needs to be added or reorganization that needs to occur, this is where you'll do that. If ever you need help or any questions, just visit our help site or the widget down below. Thank you so much.